Mellow greetings, everybody. My name is James. I am from the internet, and today we are going to talk about regime change. Yes, it happened. I'm kind of surprised. I'm not going to lie. I've been sitting at home all morning waiting for Donald Trump to just at the last minute decide he wasn't going to leave. I just pictured him sitting in the Oval Office, just clutched onto the side of the desk going, "I'm not leaving. You can't make me go. I was robbed. No, I'm not going to go. This is my big boy desk." Like, I really honestly thought that shit was going to happen. Like, he was just going to snap. But he actually left. It happened. For those who missed the day, here, I'll give you a brief breakdown. Donald Trump started the day by holding a send-off to Donald Trump, starring Donald Trump, produced by Donald Trump. He had cannons going off as he walked outside, because apparently Donald Trump is the Michael Bay of politicians, and he seems to think that you can take a really shitty product and just add explosions to it, and somehow that makes it better. It doesn't. Then he gave his speech to the dozens of adoring fans that they crowdsourced to come stand outside as he hopped into Marine One and took off. Then he landed at Andrews Air Force Base, where he had yet another ceremony, gave another speech about how amazing he was because he synthesized and produced a vaccine to kill the coronavirus, because he made line go up during his presidency. He recounted all the stuff that he did. He even had Melania come up and say, "I will pray for you all." Then he thanked everybody. He waved. They played the Village People YMCA, and he kissed his kids goodbye and walked up the staircase to the plane and left. Now, of course, he did all this early in the morning before Biden's inauguration, because that way he was still allowed to use Air Force One and Marine One, and he didn't have to pay any of his own money to fly back down to Florida for his retirement. Other things of note from the day. He kissed his kids goodbye, but none of them got on the plane with him. Apparently, Eric wants to slink back into the bushes and just disappear. Ivanka and Jared have been shunned by both their elite New York City lifestyle and friends, and Melania doesn't want them either, so apparently they're going to be living in a small cottage that they have on a golf course somewhere while they build their new $30 million house down in South Florida before Ivanka apparently runs to challenge Marco Rubio and take his seat. That's going to be a thing. And Don Jr., who was going to become the president of the NRA until the NRA declared bankruptcy, nobody knows what he's going to do, but I assume it has to do with staying in New York or DC and going a lot of places and smiling and hoping that people offer him a job, because, good Lord, nobody wants to work for Donald Trump again. Now, really, the only thing you can take from all this self-grandizing fuckery is that Donald Trump is actually gone. He left. He's gone. The Trump regime is over. Shortly after this happened, Joe Biden took the oath, said his speech. That's it. 45's gone. Biden's 46. It's official. It finally happened. So everybody, give yourself a round of applause. You got rid of the orange shit gibbon. This is good. Take a big deep breath. Sigh. Get that out. And now get your heads screwed back on straight, because we have some other things we have to discuss. Biden's inauguration speech was completely about unity. It's something that he wants very much. He's talked about bipartisanship in his cabinet, and basically Biden is looking for an overall team effort to, heal the wounds, bring everybody together, return us to normalcy, make things normal again. That's it. Trump wanted to make America great again. Biden is promising to make everything normal again. Now, I know it's been almost 1,500 days since normal disappeared, but I want to remind you all very carefully of what normal was. Normal was the previous regime prosecuting absolutely nobody for causing the 2008 housing crash and taking hundreds of billions of dollars in equity away from the working class and just handing it over to investment bankers and people to roll properties over into brand new investment items. Normal was paying lip service to actual police reform so that the police would stop killing black and brown people at alarming rates. Normal was talking about reining in the financial sector as the stock market continued to go up while incomes continued to stay flat. Normal was people who couldn't pay their rent begging for a $15 an hour minimum wage. All of these things were normal. And I fear that if we all just follow along and go with the return to normalcy, before you know it, everybody's going to be back out at brunch, completely unconcerned with their server making $2 an hour, their dishwasher making $4 an hour, and the busboy looking over his shoulder for fear that he's going to get deported even though he's already been in the country for 12 goddamned years. Yes, I've seen the list of executive orders that Biden is supposedly going to sign on day one. A lot of it is performative theater. The parts that aren't are incrementally better than what's going on now. Yes, we want to extend some moratoriums, but no, there's still not going to be loan or mortgage forgiveness. Yes, we're going to get some committees formed to study some better ways to do things, but people aren't going to get basic income support. And yes, he's essentially going to write some orders that are going to countermand some of Trump's more seemingly offensive executive orders that he signed during his 4 years. But I've heard no discussion about trying to change the things that actually count, like the horrendous tax code changes that Donald Trump passed, which, hey, 3 months from now, y'all are going to become painfully aware of what happens when you unchain the CPI and just let inflation run by itself for 4 years as you're wedged into taking the standard deduction, which doesn't cover dick. So yes, celebrate. Be glad you got rid of Trump. That shit needed to happen. I'm 1,000% with you. I mean, I am not going to disagree with the many, many people in the comment section who consistently tell me that Trump is quite literally the worst human being they have ever seen in the entirety of their lifetimes. I'm not going to argue with any of this. I am just going to implore you all, please, after you take the victory lap, don't go back to brunch. We can do better, we should do better, and if we demand better, we will all be better off. And now, for everybody who wondered aloud how I'm going to treat the next president who isn't a Republican and who isn't Donald Trump, buckle up, Buttercup, because you're in for 1,400 consecutive days of nonstop pushing and reminding people of all the promises that Biden made and all the hope and change we're expecting and all the requests for unity. Yeah, we're going to be talking about it every single day. I want to see some unity too. I want to see some unity between the three branches of government to pass actual legislation that immediately and positively impacts the material conditions of the working class. Yeah, that's the kind of unity I want to see, because if I don't see that kind of unity, oh, let me tell you, Joe, you and I, we are going to have a very, very close video relationship for the next 4 years. Do the right thing, Joe. And everybody else, don't ask for better, demand better. My name is James. I'm from the internet and I'm out. Peace.